my kitchen today. I'm Kelly from Hot Springs, Arkansas, and today I want to share a recipe with you that using Philadelphia cooking cream. I debuted this recipe a couple nights ago for my mother-in-law's birthday dinner, and it was a huge hit. And what I have done is I have taken my spaghetti sauce recipe and kicked it up a notch with this cooking cream, and I was very impressed, and I think you will be too. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is melt a tablespoonful of butter, and I already have that in my pan. And to do that, I'm going to add I'm going to add 2 tablespoonfuls of garlic. Now, the herbs I'm using today are freeze-dried, and fresh is great, and that is what I prefer. But if I don't have it, then I really like to keep the freeze-dried ones in the refrigerator on hand because they measure the same, just like fresh. Okay, and this just kind of wakes up the garlic a little bit, gets a really good aroma going on this. Now, we're going to add 2 cans, 28 ounce, the big cans of crushed tomatoes. Stir that up good. I've got it on medium-high right now on my burner. This was such a hit the other night. My boys loved it. I have twin 14-year-old boys, and they love to eat. And I love to cook for them. They're interested in baseball and football and all that stuff, and most of that stuff they just think Mama is absolutely stupid in. But when it comes to dinner time, they pay attention to me. So I really feel like this little thread that I have of connection with dinner and good food is what keeps me holding on to them right now at this age. But okay, we've got the garlic and the 2 cans of crushed tomatoes, and I'm going to add 1 can of tomato sauce and a can of tomato paste. And you know, coming up with names for these recipes has been pretty difficult for me because, you know, I just call it my sauce or my this or my that. So I think I may call this one Mama's the Queen marinara sauce, because when I brought this to the table the other day, they just acted like I was just the greatest woman in the whole entire world, and I don't get that very often, so that's okay for 5 minutes or so at dinner time, isn't it? Okay, now I'm going to add, now that was 2 tablespoons of garlic in the beginning, so now I'm going to add a tablespoonful of oregano. Like I said, all these are freeze-dried. And a tablespoonful of basil. Lots of herbs in this. And this measures exactly the same as if it were fresh. Okay, and I'm going to get that all stirred up. Alright, now black pepper. Oh, forgot to get that out. I love black pepper in my sauce. And I'm going to put a whole teaspoonful of black pepper. And I'm not going to put any salt. It doesn't need any salt. Of course, there's salt in the tomato products. And there's also some salt in the cooking cream. So you don't need a bit of extra salt in this, because we don't want to hide any of this flavor. Now, for the fun part, we're going to add some white wine. And I have Pinot Grigio here just because that's what I have in my house. So a cup of Pinot Grigio white wine. And if it's been a really hard day, you can pour a little for yourself. We're going to stir that. Mix it up really good. And we're going to heat that thoroughly. Get it to a boil and then turn it down to simmer. Okay, I'm letting this heat up. It's starting to heat up pretty good. Now I'm going to add my secret ingredient. chili pepper paste. And I get it in the refrigerated section, in the produce section. Now, if you can't find chili pepper paste, you can use a half teaspoon cayenne pepper, but the chili pepper paste is the best. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoonful of that. You don't need too much. Just a teaspoonful is plenty. Okay, so got it going. It's at a real light boil right now, and I'm going to turn it down to a simmer. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 15 minutes. And while that's going, I'm going to talk about the pasta I'm using in it. I'm using a Penne Pasta, and it is a tube-shaped pasta. My kids really like this pasta. It's also really great because the sauce can get down in the tubes and all around, coat it really good. I undercook it just a little bit because it is going to have some more heat added to it at the end. And also, when I drain my pasta after it's cooked, I do reserve just a little bit of the liquid, and I'm going to put a little of that in my sauce right before I mix it together. That just helps the sauce stick to the pasta. Hey, it's nice and bubbly and hot, and it just smells wonderful right now. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take this awesome Philadelphia cooking cream, and I've got to say, I hate to brag, but I really thought my spaghetti sauce was really good, and I was a little hesitant to add anything to it, but I added this the other night, and I was so impressed. So really, play around with this because it is awesome. Now tonight I'm using the Philadelphia cooking cream in the Italian cheese and herb. So I'm just adding that to all of my tomato mixture. Stir that up. It makes a beautiful, creamy, orangey red. It is just can you see that? It is just a beautiful color. I just love that color. Okay, and I'm going to pour just a little bit of the water that I talked about reserving from the pasta in it. Not much, just a little. And I'm also, at this point, I'm going to take out a couple of cups of the sauce. Right there. There we go. Now, let's put it all together. Alright, here's my penne pasta that I've already cooked, and I'm going to pour it into a big bowl so I can mix it really well. Right there. I have got it all mixed together in this bowl. The sauce is just hugging all that little pasta there. Now I'm going to spoon it out onto a serving dish. Okay, I've got it all in the serving dish, and it just makes a beautiful pasta. As you can see, the orange colors, a little bit of greens with the fresh herbs in there. Now, to garnish it, first what I do with the sauce that I put to the side, I just like to make it look pretty, kind of put a little bit more right on the top. And you can reserve more sauce because it does make a lot of sauce. In fact, I put some in the freezer, and it freezes really well. So that's also a good option that you can pull out later. Now to garnish it, I'm just going to sprinkle fresh parsley on it to make it look pretty. It is so easy, and it doesn't taste easy. And that's what we're after, right? I hope you try it. It is wonderful.